Are you a real estate developer who is currently evaluating multiple redevelopment and greenfield projects and wants to figure out the fastest way to determine which projects to focus on while future-proofing them? If yes, then we have the right AI for you. Let's take a quick look at our FinWise, which is a land potential estimator combined with cash flow forecaster. Once you're on Archonet's FinWise page, which is our project cash flow forecaster, just click on try now and you'll be taken to the FinWise console. A FinWise console is divided into 6 subsections. The first 5 subsections are the inputs, where you give detailed inputs and get some relevant reports under each subsection. And then the final subsection is a summary subsection, where you get detailed matrix to help you make the decisions. Let's deep dive into each of the subsections, starting with land and projects. Here you give detailed inputs about your land as well as project, starting with zone, ward, abutting road width, plot size, any road setbacks, reservations, your ready reckoner rate, the kind of development and the regulations you want to apply. And you can download the regulations. The regulations report gives you the height, the setbacks, the fire safety requirements, as well as the parking requirements that are applicable for a land parcel. Moving further, by giving some additional inputs, you will be also able to download FSI statement, which gives the detailed calculations of all the deductions on your land parcel, various branches of FSIs that are applicable to your land parcel, any open spaces, amenity spaces, or inclusive housing that needs to be constructed. And finally, the total built-up area that you can build, including your fungible built-up area. In case there are multiple schemes applicable to your land parcel, you can also download scheme comparison, which gives you the detailed built-up area that you can build under each of the schemes, and if there is any sharing that is required to be done with the authority. Moving further to the area or mixed details, here you see the detailed tranches that are applicable to your land parcel. And in case you want to change any of these numbers, you can do that here. Under product mix, you define the product type that you want to develop, whether it's residential, office, mixed use, or combination of residential plus retail or office plus retail. Define the design efficiency and the proposed carpet area under each of the use cases. Then move on to the detailed unit mix, where you first give the phasing inputs. If the project is divided into multiple phases, just define the number of phases, the proportion in which the area is split across multiple phases, and for each phase, how is the area split between the different components, which is residential, retail, and office. Moving further, you are also able to define the detailed mix under residential, office, and retail at the unit level. Say for phase 1, we have 2 BHK, 2.5 BHK, broad carpet area for each unit type, and the tentative unit mix. Similarly for office and retail, and you'll be able to download the detailed mix for each of the phases, something like this, where you get an actual number of units that would fit in the given area. If there are any adjustment that need to be made in the largest unit size, and the total parking requirement for each of the components, which is residential, office, and retail. You do that for all the phases that are applicable, and then move on to the project timelines. Here you start by defining the acquisition date, the duration required for each of the activities, like concept and schematic design, regulatory approvals, detailed design, building permits, demolition if any. And then for construction phase, you just define the number of basements you want to propose, the total number of floors of the building, if there are any podiums, and will auto-calculate the construction duration for you. Similarly for all the phases. Under sales timelines, we consider that the sales start as soon as the permit is received and the RERA registration is done. You define the sales velocity for each of the components. For residential, it's units per month. For office and retail, it is square feet per month. For residential, you can also define if there is any launch period where you have some target to sell some number of units. And for office and retail, you can define the percentage of area you want to pre-sell, or you have already pre-sold. And you will get the detailed timelines, sales timelines for each of the components. And then you can download the detailed timelines that are applicable, something like this, where you have a detailed Gantt chart for all the activities that are applicable for this phase, and you can download it by each phase. Then you further move on to the financial inputs, where you give detailed financial inputs regarding the revenues, the rates that are applicable for each of the components. If you're selling the parking lots, the rate per parking lot, then detailed costs under land, approvals, construction, sales and marketing, and other operating costs. And if you're taking loan, also very specific inputs around the loan that you're taking. And you can download the detailed financial summary, which gives you detailed revenue items by phase, the summary of all the cost items by phase, and the detailed line items under costs, which are land, approval, construction, sales and marketing, and other operating costs as well as loan-related costs. Moving further, you can also look at the detailed potential summary and also download the detailed executive report of the summary. And last but not the least, you can also download the detailed monthly cash flows for each of the phases, which look something like this. Currently, it is available for the period of 6 years, but this can be increased. You get how the cash flow is throughout the 6 years, month by month, across each of the line items. And you get detailed summary of what's the total project cost and what is the actual money that is going out of your pocket. In this case, it's 177 crores is the total project cost, whereas only 41 crores is what goes out of your pocket because everything else is covered through the sales that you are making once you receive the permit. I hope you like the demo. In case you want to see the detailed demo of each of the inputs that are given in the console, schedule a quick demo call with us by clicking on Talk to Us in the menu bar above here. Happy to connect with you soon.